That wasn't chocolate. It was an animal.
Welcome, everybody, to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. I went downstairs to grab some water, had a great idea of a way to start the show off.
Please do tell.
I'm going to ask you some questions, and you have to answer them. Just quick. As fast as you can.
Oh, okay.
Okay? Favorite color jelly bean? Go.
Yellow.
Why?
Buttered popcorn.
Where were you?
When?
Answer the question.
Here.
Okay. When?
Now.
How long?
I don't know.
Toast. Butter or jelly?
Both.
Butter or jelly. Answer the questions correctly.
Why can't I have both?
Because we're on a diet.
It's delicious with butter and jelly. Well, just butter then.
Just butter then?
Yeah, because we're not eating sugar.
Yeah.
You know, delicious things like jelly.
Speaking of jelly, like how I just rolled right into that? You didn't even see it coming, did you? I need you to tell this story.
What story?
The peanut butter and jelly story.
Oh, God.
Now, before you start, there's going to be a lot of people that are disappointed about this story. I put a post up a few days ago because I was thinking about this story. And I had a pretty large reaction from it. Now, this is the post I put up. Don't ever disrespect my wife. You never know what kind of crazy is in someone's life, and I assure you, Katie has a shitload of crazy watching over her at all times.
That is a fact.
I hope you're ready.
It really is.
I hope you're ready for the Bob storm to explode over your condescending parade. Stay tuned. And I didn't expect
so dramatic.
It was definitely more dramatic.
See, what you don't understand is when you open that kind of worms, then people start texting me before I'm even awake in the morning going, "Oh my God, what happened? Why is Bob mad? Who pissed him off?" And I didn't even know.
Did you go through any of these comments that people posted on this?
Not really.
It's pretty funny. So, here's some of the comments. Don, well, someone has screwed up. Jen, not good. My sister wrote, I don't know who ticked my brother off and messed with my sister-in-law. Honestly, I'll pray for them because you have no idea what you have done. Sean wrote, get him, Bob.
Oh my gosh.
Wayne, my brother, wrote, I have a shovel.
Oh,
Rusty, my other brother, said, well, I have the truck. My mom told us that we should have stayed out of Green Swamp. I'm not sure what that means.
What? What in the world? Did she think you already buried the body?
I guess. Melissa said someone done messed up, and I'm happy it wasn't me. Tim just put a picture of his head on fire.
Oh, God.
Gaston said, let's hear what happened.
Well, you know, that's really sweet that some of you were concerned.
Now,
that's very touching.
This also happened. I got a text message from Wayne, and we talked about this before. Like, he doesn't text me hardly at all, ever. But he sent me a text, and he said, I don't know what's going on, but seriously, if you need me, I'm just a phone call away.
That's so sweet.
And it's only a 3-hour ride. So he's ready.
That's sweet.
He's ready to pounce.
Like, Lord help. Like, in this case, you were being way over dramatic.
When everybody finds
we'll get
out
to that in a minute.
What I'm upset about, they're going to be like, really?
Like, over dramatic doesn't even scratch the surface here. But I do find it comforting that if the case ever did arise that, you know, I needed someone covering my back. You have lots of backup.
It's going to happen. And it's getting bigger. Every episode, our backup's getting bigger.
So this is what happened. We're on a diet, as we've discussed on the last couple episodes. Mm-hmm. Still on this diet. And so the other day...
How much weight have you lost?
15 pounds.
I've lost 20, so we've lost 35 pounds together.
That's like one of our children.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Like Reagan and Riley, they both weigh about 38 pounds. Yeah. Like, and I feel how heavy they are. That's crazy. Anyway, so I got the bright idea the other day because I've been trying to get like recipes and meal ideas and stuff. And I was like, oh, surely there's some Facebook groups. And there are. And some people have added me to some and I've joined some. So the other day I got added to this group. You
said Facebook group and everybody and all the listeners just went, oh no.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Facebook drama. But hey, I have a boring life. I don't have much to talk about.
That's right.
So I got added to this group. And, you know, I go to check it out And like, it was like, I start scrolling down, right? It was like the second post down.
Now, what's the name of this group? Everybody needs to know the name of this group.
Oh my God. It's Low Carb and Losing It, the original group.
Low Carb and Losing It. I'm losing it.
So, but yeah, lots of dedicated people trying to diet and do really good. It's a really cool group. So anyway, second post down, it's a lady, and she was like, hey, is anybody else, on this like low carb keto diet and you have small kids, blah, blah. And I was like, hey, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me post something. And so I made a post and
a comment, not a post.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I commented on her post.
You got to get this right or we'll start getting emails.
Yeah, sorry. I made a comment on the post and I was like, I have 3-year-old twins and 8-month-old. And, they're not necessarily dieting with us, but they eat a lot of the stuff we do, but not completely.
Not all the time.
And I said, they still have a lot of fruit and we really haven't been eating much fruit because we've cut out sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I said, and also a lot of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
They love a peanut butter jelly sandwiches, yeah.
They eat peanut butter and jelly pretty much every day.
All right, now let's stop right there.
Anyway, that was my comment. I was like, my kids are this old. They eat most of what we eat.
What part of let's stop right there is like,
I was recapping because my comment.
They don't need to recap. They just listened to it. They just heard everything you said. Okay. This is where the story takes. What's the, you need this. What's that Shyamalan guy that does the movies?
What?
What M. Night Shyamalan? Oh. What's his name?
M. Night Shyamalan?
Everybody knows who we're talking about. Does those weird twists. That's what's getting ready to happen right now. You guys heard this comment that she wrote. My kids eat fruit and sometimes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. LOL. Now, what happened next?
Well, there were a lot of comments. There were like over 30 by the time I commented. And I didn't really read any of them. But right after I posted, someone else commented. And so I got a notification like so-and-so also commented, whatever it says. So I go and it says something to the effect of any off-plan comments will be deleted. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what does that mean?
Oh, snap. Somebody's getting their stuff deleted.
I was like, I don't know what that means. And I read it a couple times. I was like, what does that mean?
And that's when you get nosy and you start reading through all the comments to find out who messed up.
I was like, there was like 38 comments before me. What did I miss? So I go back and it's pretty much all the same. Hey, yeah, I have kids that are such and such age and they eat with me or they don't eat with me. They, that was pretty much everybody's comment. And so I was like, what does that mean? And then next thing I know, by the time I scroll back down to where my comment was, it was gone.
What?
I got deleted and I was like,
that's crazy.
I was like, what?
That's crazy.
And then it happened again, like a few more comments, because I still kept getting notifications of people commenting. And it happened again. An admin posted again, off-plan comments will be deleted. Uh-huh. And then I finally figured it out that the fruit and the peanut butter and jelly was not allowed to be mentioned.
All right, wait. I want you.
I broke the rules.
Stop. You have to repeat that. Just repeat that.
The
peanut butter and jelly
is not allowed
to be mentioned.
Because,
that is the craziest thing I've ever heard of in my life. Well, it's a diet,
it's a group of people that are dieting. And I guess what it is they don't want people coming in there and talking about food that's not allowed.
Okay.
Which I understand, but I was like, oh my God.
She asked.
I was like, I didn't even say I ate it. I was like, yeah, my kids still eat peanut butter and jelly. And they was like, delete her. Like, nope. Rule breaker, you rebel. Delete. And I was quite offended. I was like, dang. You told me and you were like, I'm going to leave this group. And I immediately went, don't leave the group. Because you don't ever get in these squabbles. Ever. Well, I mean, I didn't squabble. It's always me. You know what I mean? And the nice part of me, I thought about going back. You were just going to walk away. Yeah, well, I thought about going back and commenting again and just going, yeah, I have, basically the same thing, just leaving out the peanut butter and jelly. And I was like, screw them. Now, I haven't gone back. I took it personally, even though I wasn't involved, because that is ridiculous. I know I called you soon after it happened. I was like, you will never believe what just happened. It's the stupidest thing ever.
So I have a plan, okay? This is what we're going to do. Because I'm going to make it my goal in life to teach people like that a lesson. That woman came to the group and was like, what do you do for your kids? And you were like, I give them peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's not going off plan. The kids aren't on a plan. You don't need to put your children on a low carb diet. Kids are supposed to eat bread. They're supposed to eat fruit. They're supposed to drink milk. They're supposed to do that stuff because it's good for them. We didn't get fat because we ate bread. We got fat because we ate all the bread. That's how you get fat. We ate
all the carbs.
Yes, we ate them all. Okay? And if there are parents in that group right now not allowing their children to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because
it's nobody said they weren't allowing
I know that.
them.
I know you're saying
just
that.
Not allowed to talk about it.
I understand that. But if there are parents in that group not allowing their kids to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because they made some bad choices, that's a crappy parent. I'm not saying let your kids eat junk food, but I'm like,
well, I don't think that's the case.
Every kid in their childhood needs to have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You can't go to this group and say, oh yeah, I feed my kids peanut butter and jelly.
Because that's a trigger word that somebody might go, oh, I'm off the diet now, peanut butter and jelly, oh Lord help me. So that mess is crazy.
Well, they don't want you talking about stuff because, people have a hard time with temptation, and I get it.
Well, guess what?
Maybe peanut butter and jelly is a really big temptation to someone.
I'm going to talk about it. As soon as you told me, I was like, we're going to talk about it. Because this is one of my top 5 favorite parts about having a podcast is nobody can hit delete on that crap but me. So anything I say, it's there.
Like you're special or something.
Until I deem it not to be there anymore. Oh my God. Because in the real world,
somebody's letting the power go to their head.
In the real world, these Facebook admins, they don't have control over the real world. And they've got this own little tiny box that they're in. And they're like, we're going to rule with the golden thumb of power.
It's crazy. Like how some admins of groups on Facebook, they let this power go to their heads. You would think they were the president or something.
Now, the first thing that people would do when they feel the way that I do is they would write a post. I can't believe that my post got deleted. And what happens when you write something like that?
It's going to start an argument.
The admin deletes it. Then you have another one deleted. Then you get mad and nothing happens. But we have to teach these admins a lesson. They've got to look at some things and go, I get it. I understand why they said that. That wasn't out of the way. That was an honest answer for a question that one of the people wrote, right? So how do we let these admins know and how do we draw attention to it?
Oh my God.
If there's some little admin over there clicking the delete button and I figured it out.
Oh my God.
I've been working on this for a week and I've got it. It's perfect. This is what we're going to do. Do you remember when you turned 30?
Yes.
What was so special about your 30th birthday?
I had a birthday party.
Okay. And what did your lovely husband do for you?
You dressed up as a game show host.
Do you remember his name?
Johnny. Oh my gosh. Johnny something.
It's funny that you remembered the name that wasn't mine, but forgot the name that is.
Johnny O'Neill?
There we go. Now, I was really involved. I was like, this is going to happen. So what I did was 2 weeks before your birthday, I actually created a Facebook page, not a page.
Oh my God.
What is it called? A Facebook profile for Johnny O'Neill. I had the wig, you know what I mean? The suit, everything. And I created this. I made him a real person. He was a real boy. I made him real. And then we had the party and it was great. I still have that profile.
Oh my God.
So this is what we're going to do. You have already.
No.
Listen to me. Hear me out.
No.
Hear me out. You have already infiltrated the group, right? So if you post something that says the Bob and Katie show, they're going to see it and go, oh, that's hers. Swipe it. But you let Johnny O'Neill into the group. Okay. And I do something we'll name this episode, The Truth Behind the Keto Diet. That's what we'll name the episode. It'll be like a trap.
It's a trap.
And Johnny O'Neill will post it and he'll say, this is great. I've lost 30 pounds.
Oh my God.
And everybody in that group's going to go, oh, let's listen. And they're going to hear this. They're going to hear what this crappy admin has done. Oh, it's happening, baby. It's happening. So is it?
You just love stirring the pot, don't you? Oh,
and they're gonna get so mad at this Johnny O'Neill and not have any idea that he's a fake person until they listen to this episode. So I'm not mad at anybody. It's just weird.
Sick in the head a little bit.
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, I think
I'm kind of a vengeful person.
I think you've spent way too much energy thinking about this plan.
It's going to work. I can't wait for it to work. I'm going to do some nice artwork. Now it's going to throw normal listeners off. They're going to be like, what is this?
This is embarrassing.
But it's going to be great. Wonderful. Spectacular.
Oh my God.
It's going to be so good.
All right. Moving on.
All right. We're done with that. So we want to bring back our Wow, That's Sad moment. Remember we stole that from the Tabletop Warriors?
Yeah.
We didn't do it last time because we had guests on. So, as tradition follows, you're up, kid.
Why do I always gotta go first?
If you want me to go first and you start inventing the stuff that we're doing, you start coming up with things.
I'll do that. So.
Except for sending me to Walmart to look for candles.
You sent me to Walmart. And you gave me 5 clues.
I did, and you couldn't figure it out.
And I, for the life of me, did not even have so much as a guess. I thought about it the entire drive there. Mm-hmm. I wandered around the store. I was probably in the store wandering for an hour, got everything else I needed, and then I was like, I've got to figure something out, and nothing.
I don't even remember what it was.
Do you
remember the clues?
It's long.
Okay.
It's strong.
Okay. Oh, yeah. It's long. It's strong.
You put it in your mouth.
Oh, yeah. Put it in your mouth. It's long. It's strong. It goes in your mouth.
Comes in multiple colors.
Uh-oh.
I can't remember. What was the last? Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
What was the last clue? I can't. Do you remember the last one?
I don't. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. It was like 3 weeks ago.
And then so I texted you and I was like, what if I just don't have anything? No, and you gave me another clue and it said every house should have one.
Yep. Every house should have one.
So can you just divulge?
Yeah. So let's recap. It's long. It's strong.
Put it in your mouth. Comes in multiple colors.
And every house should have at least one. Do you remember what the answer was?
No, you never told me.
Oh, I didn't? A tube of toothpaste. What does that look on your face for? Toothpaste. That's the answer. Toothpaste.
How is a tube of toothpaste strong? You crush it with one hand.
You can get toothpaste that's strong. There's tubes of toothpaste that literally say strong on it. The next time we go to Walmart, I will show you. Listerine is strong. And there are toothpastes that are strong. I think those were horrible clues. Whatever. Is long? Yeah, because it's a long, cylinder. It's a tube. How did we get... It's sad. Sad. You're supposed to be your sad moment of the week. I don't even know what to say. Okay, so my wow, that's sad moment of the week. It's no secret that when you have kids, they want to eat all your food. Mm-hmm. They want everything you have. I don't know of any parent who's never had to sneak around to eat candy or snack or something. This isn't a peanut butter and jelly story, is it? No, not peanut butter and jelly. We're not allowed to talk about that. No, I bought a package of string cheese. Oh, yeah? At the grocery store. Have you been hiding string cheese around the house? No, I can't hide. It's got to stay in the refrigerator. So anyway, I bought this package of string cheese, and our children, especially Reagan, they're like little rats. They're like, I want cheese. I want cheese. I want cheese in my hand. I want a piece of cheese. With every meal, they were like, I want cheese. They would eat cheese every day. Little cheese addicts. Mm-hmm. So I have string cheese, and I convinced them that string cheese is only a grown-up snack. Oh, or else, it's only for grown-ups. So, you gave them string cheese the other day, and I was like, no, they're going to figure me out. Yeah, I have them convinced. Just like I have them convinced that, soda,
because I don't allow them to have soda at all. I tell them it's grown-up drink. They're not allowed to have it.
Now that is grown-up drink, though.
But yeah, the string cheese, I told them that it's a grown-up snack and it's only for grown-ups. You
know what? This isn't my sad story, but I'm gonna...
It's the only way that I could eat it in their presence without them going, Mommy, I want to buy, I want to buy, I want to buy, I want another bite.
So one of the things that I'm eating a lot of on this diet is jerky. And I've started making my own jerky. And I make it out of lean ground beef. And I've got like the jerky gun and I have the little attachment that makes the sticks, you know? Mm-hmm. Well, when you make the sticks, it's raw hamburger. But it's also, it looks brown because you've mixed all the stuff into it, you know? And I'm pumping them out. And we don't have a ton of space on our counter. So like I'll pump it on the counter. And then when I fill a tray up, I move it to the kitchen table. Well, it's in reach of the kids at that point. You know, and Riley comes up and he's like, oh, what's this, Daddy? And I said, it's poop. I said, that's poop. Like, because if I told him, oh, well, that's beef jerky, but it hasn't been cooked yet, so don't touch it. The first thing he's going to do is pick it up and try to put it in his mouth, and it's raw hamburger.
Like he did last week.
Right.
Because he did that.
I had made some jerky and I had there was like a bowl left up there in the sink. You used my
stand mixer.
Oh, yeah, it was a stand mixer.
You used my stand mixer to mix it in all together. And it was still in there. Well, like, you know, there was bits of it in the bowl and there was a spoon that you had been using and it was in the bowl, like in the mixer bowl. And Riley, he pulled a chair up to the counter to see what you were doing. And I
heard it when it happened.
He said, ooh, chocolate.
And it didn't register to me at first when he said chocolate. And then I was like, oh no.
And then he stuck the spoon with raw meat.
Right in his mouth.
And then it freaked him out because we were both like, spit it out, spit it out, spit it out. Like we freaked out. And he's like, oh.
He said it didn't taste good.
Yeah, he walked around going,
that chocolate was bad, Daddy.
You were like, that wasn't chocolate. It was an animal. It was raw animal. This poor child. He's going to be traumatized.
That was a dead cow, child.
Poor kid thought it was chocolate. Like, you know, it's terrible anyway when you go to, like, especially drinking something. You go to put something in your mouth and you're expecting it to taste one way.
Yeah.
And then it's not what you expect. So even if it's not something bad, it's like, it's such a shock that you're like, oh, God.
One time, I tried to take a swallow of a Pepsi, and it turned out to be my grandfather's spit from his tobacco.
Oh, God, that's
that nasty. He was spitting into a Pepsi bottle.
That is so disgusting.
Yeah, I threw up.
Woo, that makes my stomach just go, ugh. It's so nasty.
I swallowed some of it.
Oh, my God. Did you vomit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I threw up.
That's probably for the best.
So, and he laughed. What are you going to do? So my wow, that sad moment, it actually is sad. It's not even funny. So I got up. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning to get ready for work. And I was really tired.
Imagine
because Reese has not been going to sleep at night. Like, I don't know what's happened all of a sudden, but he just doesn't. Like, once he goes to sleep, he sleeps all through the night. But he's been staying up till like 11 o'clock.
Like, this past
11
week,
or 12.
There's been nights he's been up till like midnight to 2 a.m. almost every night.
So I get up and I'm crazy tired, and I take a shower and I'm like, I get out and I'm still tired. And then I just started thinking about, I was like, work, the podcast, the kids, the other jobs that I do. And it's just a lot. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
Because adulting sucks.
And then I get dressed and I go outside to leave and it's raining.
I just imagine you trudging out to the car. You're like feeling in a crappy mood. So you're literally getting rained on. And I imagine hearing like the sad Hulk music playing as you like walk slowly to the car, head down, you know, hating life.
So I walk out to the truck and I realize I don't have my keys. It's pouring out there.
So you have to walk through the rain again?
But I have my keys because I just locked the door.
Did you get out and go back to the door before you realized it, that you really had your keys?
No. I'm saying like I had my keys when I left because I locked the door. And I'm filling my pockets and I look up and they're hanging from the lock in the door.
Oh, so you have to get back out.
No, I never got in the truck. The truck was locked.
Oh.
So then I walked back. At this point, I just gave up. Because, like, you know, I rushed out there. You know what I mean? And I just got soaked. And then I just gave up. And I walked back to the porch slowly. I took the keys out of the door. And I went and sat on the chair. Like the Adirondack chair that we have on the front porch. Adirondack, is that how you say it?
Adirondack.
And I was like 30 minutes late for work that day because I just sat in the chair just like at like 4:30 in the morning.
It's contemplating life, huh?
Yeah.
That is really sad. That's really sad.
I wasn't like thinking about doing anything bad to myself.
It wasn't that bad.
I was just like, why? Why can't it just be simple sometimes? You know, like.
Oh, do you need a hug?
No, I'm good. The sad Hulk music that's playing in my head right now, it's making me laugh a little bit.
Make you feel better?
Yeah. So you want to hear something weird?
Yes.
I got something interesting to talk about.
Do you really?
Yeah. Now here's the thing. I just want to put this out there. I don't claim to be a smart man. I feel like I'm witty. You know what I mean? And I feel like I can look at a situation and figure the best way out of it. But like when it comes to like book smarts,
we all know I have all the brains in this relationship.
Yeah, I don't have the book smarts. I get it. I don't have it. So when I bring this up, there's somebody, one of you out there is going to be like, well, I know how it works. That's cool. I welcome you to email me and let me know how it works because I really don't know, but I also don't have time
I'm curious to know what
to look into it. But what I don't want is I don't want some condescending twat sending me a weird email. We've been getting a lot of weird emails lately, like people correcting us.
That is not an okay word.
What? Oh.
Yes.
Why not?
That's not nice.
What does it mean? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll change it. Condescending poop head. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. You just sending me a condescending email. That's not what I want.
Oh, Bob, you're so dumb.
Like we've had a lot of people email us just over something stupid and just go, actually, this happened. Okay. So I don't care. And I just close it. Like, don't waste your time on those kind of emails. Now, if you legitimately
delete,
if you legitimately know
no PB&J talk around here.
If you legitimately know what we're about to talk about, I welcome the information because I don't want to go looking for it. So I'm going to give you a hypothetical situation, and then I want you to answer the question. Okay?
I really have to pee, and I feel like was that the small child?
I don't know if that was with the twins or the baby. If it's the baby, we're screwed. If it's the twins, I'll go back to sleep. You go pee in that bathroom. Don't you dare go in our bedroom. I'm not going to go all the way there. There's a bathroom right there. I'm going to do the Patreon commercial while you're going.
I'm sorry. I need to be able to focus.
Okay, go pee. I'm not cutting this out. Go pee. Don't forget to wash your hands. We can hear you. These microphones are good. And don't fart while you're on the toilet because it'll pick that up too. Oh yeah, it's going to echo really loud. So hold it in. Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. We have 14 extra episodes right now. We've actually got another one recorded. I came home the other day and we had some free time and I was like, hey, let's try to, I thought it might have been fun to try to record during the daytime, even if the kids were here. What a bad idea that was. It didn't turn out great. We had good topics, but we were constantly interrupted by the children. But I'm going to put it up anyways. You can hear it. You can laugh at us. It's not going to be very long. I think it's about like 20 minutes or something like that. But patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. If you like what you've heard, if you're having fun, if you want more, you go there. You can pledge $1, $2, $3, whatever you want. And it doesn't matter what you pledge. You will get access to everything. And we plan on doing bigger and better stuff as it grows. So go join now. Help support the show. The money is actually going into the show because like all the stuff that we do cost money, the hosting, the websites, like everything does. So that's what it's going to. Eventually I would like to, take my lady out to dinner off the podcast, but we'll get there one step at a time. I think the little baby's in there crying. You want to bring him out and finish the episode with the little boob action? We got too loud. And just like that, we're joined by a guest. Little yep. Reese Odin McKnight decided to wake up and hang out.
Just smiling.
All right. Are you ready for this hypothetical situation?
Yes, I am. Empty bladder and all.
All right. So let's say that there's a guy, his name's Joe, for the sake of the conversation, across the street. And Joe comes to me and goes, hey, I'll give you $20 to mow my grass. Okay?
Okay.
Me being a 32-year-old man, but I'm struggling for money, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. $20 is $20. So I go cut Joe's grass, and he gives me a $20 bill, right?
Okay.
I take my $20 bill, and I go to the bank, and I deposit it into my account. Okay?
Okay.
Then, let's say that I make a bet with you on a football game. You being someone else, not my wife.
Well,
And
why? You can't bet with me on a football game?
let's just listen to the conversation. And I lose, okay? And then you go, oh, well, just PayPal me the money. So I transfer the money from the bank to PayPal, okay? Then I transfer the $20 from my PayPal to your PayPal, okay? And then you use that $20 to buy a shirt from somebody in England. Where's that $20 at that I gave to the bank?
I don't know.
What the hell happened to that $20?
That's like...
Did they just set it on fire?
Like, mind blown type of stuff.
Because, I mean, like, I gave them something physical. How do they know to take it to the people in England?
I think it's one of those things you're not really supposed to think about it too much. Because, like...
It's got me freaked out.
Like, you know, like a lot of people, your job is... Your paychecks are direct deposit into our bank account. Like...
That money's not real.
Like, I never see actual money.
No, there's never any actual money.
The number changes on the balance. Our bank account.
Now,
and then
I understand.
I use the bank account to pay bills. I never see the money.
Now,
Never see the money.
You're going to have some people that have a little more knowledge and they're going to go, oh, well, actually, it's a note. It's not really money per se. It's a note that is worth the amount of gold that's sitting in a big gold holding box, right? Fort Knox. Okay. I get that.
Big gold holding box.
But I gave the note to the bank and then digitally transferred money. So that note becomes worthless, right? Because that note doesn't hold that value because I transferred it to somebody else. But that bank still has that note. What do they do with it?
I don't know. Give it to somebody else.
Are we doubling money? Like, how does that work?
Do you have something to say?
It makes my brain hurt because I can't figure it out.
Yeah, but then you have somebody else who digitally transfers money in the bank and then goes to the bank and makes a withdrawal. And then they physically get cash. So it balances out.
Does it?
Somehow.
How can you know that?
Somehow, some way, it all balances out.
It doesn't balance it out. There's a plate.
It does.
There's a giant plate full of marbles that the government's just wheeling around, and marbles are falling off, and they're picking them up and putting marbles back on, and we're just up there spinning plates, and we don't know what's going on. That's what's happening.
You think so?
Yes, I know that's what's happening.
I think you just don't need to think about it anymore.
I mean, like, how can you not be concerned? That money just... What happened to it?
Well, I mean, just like any other physical currency, it gets, exchanged from hand to hand to bank to hand,
I get it. I understand that.
Constantly getting
But the
moved
problem
around.
is I took the value from the paper note and put it into the digital world.
Yeah, but then somebody else took it from the digital world back into paper form.
There's no way.
Happens.
There's no way it balances out, though. There's no way.
Yeah,
What are the chances? What are the chances that as a society, every day we put $1 billion in the bank and then take $1 billion? And no, it doesn't match. It can't match. That's why the economy's screwed up. It's that right there. I'm going to solve the world's problem.
You need. You need to quit thinking so hard about it.
So your advice is just to go, oh, well, I'm just going to be a sheep in the world and move along and just hope everything works out.
How can this go from you wondering how money works to insulting me and calling me a sheep?
Well, you're telling me that I shouldn't worry about it. Our kids are going to have to live in this economy in 20 years. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying that's not cause for concern, but you're stressing yourself out about it way too much.
It is a cause for concern. That money disappeared.
I'm not saying you shouldn't be concerned about the economy, but your $20 bill and where exactly it's at and whose hand it's in, you need to stop. You need to let it go.
Okay. I'll just let it go.
Just let it go.
Ma.
Oh my God, what is your deal?
I just know there's a problem. And nobody's
Yeah, I know there's a problem too.
Nobody's talking about it.
And it's sitting across the table from me right now.
Oh. Well, I guess we need to call it an episode because we're going to have to get him back to sleep.
So, before we do, I have something to tell you.
Okay. I'm all ears.
And I didn't tell you earlier because I knew you would make fun of me. I did a completely amateur move earlier tonight.
Uh-huh.
I yanked a diaper off.
Oh, without looking inside first?
Without
You can't do that.
making sure there wasn't a turd in it.
Okay, so here's my next question. What kind of turds were they?
Luckily, it wasn't a mushy one. It was pretty solid.
Okay. Did it fall out?
Yeah.
Just hit the ground?
So I was getting Reese undressed to give him a bath in our bathtub. And I was holding him, like standing up. And I was, holding him with one hand, taking his clothes off with the other.
Right.
And I just yanked his diaper off. And a turd just hit the floor.
Oh, no.
And I said, oh, God. So then I'm holding a naked baby who has poop on his butt.
And the sad Hulk music starts playing again?
And then I'm like, oh, God, I got to wipe his butt. So then, we have some, the Cottonelle wipes. But, of course, there was none in the little dispenser thingy. But I was like, oh, I have, refills. In a big Ziploc bag type thing under the sink. So I'm holding the child with poop on his butt, trying not to get the poop on me, trying to dig underneath the sink, the cabinet under the sink for Cottonelle wipes in a Ziploc bag. Do you know how hard it is to undo a Ziploc bag with one hand? I had to use my teeth. And then I'm holding him, wiping his butt, trying not to get poop on me.
How was this not the sad moment? I can't even remember what you said your sad moment was.
String cheese.
This is way sadder than the string cheese.
I was like, man, I know better.
You definitely have.
I was in a hurry.
that
I've
music
never done that before because I know better. I know better. You always check, even if you don't smell it. You got to check because you could have them sneaky turds and they just fall out. And that's what happened. It fell out. A sneaky turd fell out and hit the floor.
I tell you what, if it wasn't for the fact that we're trying to trick all those people, this episode would definitely be called Sneaky Turds. Find your laugh.
Find your happy.
This has been a Cabcast Studios production. For more episodes and information, visit cabcaststudios.com.